Hello and welcome to the introduction of the new Ferris ISX 2200 Zero Turn Mower. The Ferris ISX 2200 is a successor of the popular IS2100Z. This new series features a number of upgrades and changes, which I will show you in the upcoming few minutes. One of the key upgrades to the ISX 2200 is the suspension system. Walk with me to the machine to have a better look. The single arm independent front suspension that was present on a 2100Z has now been upgraded with the new 4-front suspension system. This 4-front suspension system utilizes 2 individual control arms for each front wheel that ensure the caster wheel remains in an ideal vertical position throughout the full range of suspension travel. This virtually eliminates caster chatter and results in a smoother ride and straight mowing lines, even when mowing at full speed. The 2 control arms are supported by a large adjustable shock absorber, which dampens the shock load that is caused by the terrain, allowing you to mow at higher ground speeds. The rear wheel suspension system features a rear swing arm principle that connects the 2 rear wheels. The front side of the rear swing arm pivots and rests on a large shock absorber on both sides. This allows the rear wheels to move in unison, which enhances stability and smooths out the ride over uneven terrain. The suspension system enables the operator to maintain higher mowing speeds on rougher terrain. This way, the full available horsepower from the engine can be used, which enables you to cover more area in less time. This directly results in a lower cost of ownership and higher profitability. The Mower Deck is supported by 4 individual deck lift chains that work in conjunction with the suspension system to provide a consistent height of cut. The Ferris reactive deck mounting system lets the mower deck float from the suspension and raises and lowers the deck in harmony with the motion of the wheels. The heart of the machine features a 28 horsepower Vanguard gasoline engine that has quite some unique features. Let's start with the fuel system. The electronic fuel injection system delivers the fuel under pressure, which results in more efficient fuel evaporation in the combustion chambers, which makes the fuel burn better. The electronic control module of the engine, which we find over here, gets continuous feedback of the O2 sensor that is located in the exhaust itself and ensures that the right fuel and air mixture is delivered to the combustion chambers. This results in a more economic fuel consumption compared to an equal-sized carbureted engine. Another benefit of this EFI engine is better governing control and an increased load acceptance, which especially benefits you getting through those tougher mowing jobs. This Vanguard EFI engine is also equipped with the oil guard system. Traditional gasoline engines store the lubrication oil in the engine sump. This oil is heated up by the combustion of fuel up to a degree that the oil will actually start to decrease its lubricating characteristics by a phenomenon called thermal breakdown. With the oil guard system, the oil storage has been moved away from the engine sump, protecting the oil from thermal breakdown. The larger volume of oil and the heat dissipation through the walls of the tank work together to keep the oil cool. This helps to extend the oil change intervals to 500 hours instead of the typical recommended 100 hours. It reduces downtime of the machine and saves in maintenance costs. Because in the normal situation you would use 10 liters of oil and 5 filters within 500 hours of use, whereas with the oil guard system you would require nearly 5 liters of oil and only 1 filter for the same amount of running hours. But also think about the amount of hours and labor time you save in the workshop. And on top of the engine, we find a large Donaldson dual-element cyclonic air cleaner that keeps the incoming air clean. The engine is protected by a new designed rear bumper. It wraps completely around the rear of the machine and is tapered at the bottom to increase ground clearance. This comes in handy when driving up ramps, for example with loading and unloading on a truck or trailer, but also when driving up hillsides. The sides of the bumper are tapered in as well, which will help clearing obstacles when mowing close to a fence or around a tree, for example. The rear part of the bumper is made of metal tubes, which is strong enough to withstand an accidental impact with an object. The top part of the bumper wraps around critical parts of the engine and protects for rubbing caused by twigs and branches. At the bottom of the bumper we find tie-down points, which are also present at the front end of the machine. These spots provide a convenient location for your ratchet straps to secure the machine safely to a truck or trailer. Underneath the engine we find the transmission drive and the Warner PTO clutch that drives the deck. The transaxles that drive the rear wheels are Hydrogear commercial ZT4400 transaxles that are designed for high-performing commercial zero-turn mowers. Now let's have a look at the mower deck. At the back there you see the V-belt that powers the deck by the PTO clutch. There are two belts that drive the mower deck. The primary belt coming from the PTO clutch drives the middle blade and the left-hand blade. A secondary belt that runs from the middle spindle drives the right-hand blade. This two-belt deck drive system uses fewer backside belt idler pulleys than a conventional deck drive system, which results in less belt stress and cooler running belts. This translates into longer belt life and less downtime. The ISX 2200 can be equipped with a 132 or 155 cm mower deck with triple mowing technology. This triple deck hosts multiple mowing configurations in a single deck design. Traditional mowing methods, regional preferences, climate differences, as well as changing seasons and grass varieties, they all require different cutting and discharging methods. This triple deck system eliminates stress of choice for the owner and comes with 3 discharge options. By arranging the baffle layout underneath the deck, you will have side discharge, rear discharge and mulching available to you. The deck comes standard from the factory with mulching blades fitted, combined with a shallow rear discharge baffle. This is the most versatile setup for most mowing conditions because it can cope with various grass heights without adjustments. It mulches the grass until the cutting chambers are full and discharges the excess grass out of the rear of the mower deck. There is another rear baffle that comes with the machine, which is the tall rear baffle. This baffle is used for full-featured mulching when desired and also when the deck is set up for side discharge. No matter the circumstances, the best mower configuration is always at your disposal and all parts are included when you purchase this mower. The ISX 2200 is equipped with a premium mid-back seat which provides good lumbar support, has adjustable fore and aft positioning and an integrated retractable seat belt. Above the seat you find the rollover protection structure that is foldable and comes with a locking design that eliminates the rattle by an eccentric pin that puts a little tension on a rubber insert that pushes against the hinge bolt of the ROPS. When we tilt the seat forward, we find the battery, transmission oil expansion reservoirs and the transmission drive system. Just in front of the seat we have a removable footplate that provides access to the top of the mower deck for daily cleaning and maintenance. Also, the middle blade spindle can be accessed easier through this area for lubrication. The footrest is angled and equipped with a rubber pad to provide a secure grip when maneuvering with this zero-turn mower, especially with rapid direction changes and during deceleration or bringing the machine to a full stop. At the right-hand side of the footplate we find a foot pedal that is used for raising the mower deck. This pedal is spring-assisted to reduce the physical strain needed to lift the deck. A deck release lever is positioned just in front of the right-hand fuel tank. By releasing this lever, the deck can be lowered and locks automatically in place when the deck reaches its transport position. Also in this area we find the parking brake lever and the height of cut adjustment. Simply put the restriction pin in the matching hole for the desired cutting height and lower the deck down. The deck will then stop at the preferred height. So, how to read out the height of cut decal correctly? Horizontally we find 5 rows that display full inch measurements from 1 to 5 inches. Vertically we find 4 rows that each represent a 1/4 inch. So choosing 3 1/4 inches, we first look for the horizontal 3-inch row and then look vertically to find the 1/4 inch row. Where these lines cross, that's where you'll find 3 1/4 inches. Each cutting height position on the decal is also displayed in centimeters. On my right here, we find the operator control panel. This clean organized control panel hosts the ignition switch, throttle lever, PTO switch and hour meter. The hour meter measures both engine hours and PTO hours, which can be read out separately. On my left, we find a storage compartment and a cup holder. Both the control panel and storage compartment are integrated inside the shape of the fuel tanks. These two fuel tanks hold a total combined volume of 44 liters. The tanks are selectable by a valve conveniently located behind the seat. When one of the tanks is empty, you can easily switch over to the other tank. Each tank has a clear fuel gauge that is positioned in front of the operator for easy visibility. These rotational molded tanks are made of 5mm walled high-density polyethylene and can withstand some rough handling. Well, that's it. I think we covered the most important features of this new ISX 2200. Do not forget to have a look on our website to find out more about this mower and the rest of the Ferris lineup. Take care, and I see you in the next Ferris video.